Today, I got some jailhouse mail, so you better stick around if you want to see this new mail that has been filed with the court hot off the presses from the jail cell of the husband of Cora Jakes, aka the daughter of Bishop TDJakes over there at that Potter's House Church in Dallas. Hi there, I'm Professor Blackmore, and welcome back to my channel. On the same day that the grand jury returned the indictment, the court appointed an attorney for Cora Jakes' husband and set his first appearance setting to take place on August 26, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. And so upon being served with this paperwork though, on this very same day, Cora Jakes' husband drafted this document that he has entitled a motion to dismiss counsel. Now, for whatever reason, I don't know if the attorney thought that Brandon Coleman was joking or what, but the attorney stayed on the case when he could have immediately filed a motion with the court to withdraw. And quite frankly, that is exactly what I would have done, and that is exactly what I expected him to do. And I admit, we don't know what all is going on in the background. But in my last video, I noted that the attorney acknowledged his receipt of the DA's list of exculpatory evidence. And I thought it was odd since Cora Jakes' husband's motion was written and delivered to the court in such an outcry manner. Well, if anybody thought he was kidding, they can think again, because on August 16, 2022, he refiled another copy of that motion to dismiss the attorney with the court. And now let me just stop here for a moment and note for lay people who may not be attorneys that just because somebody files something with the court, it does not mean that that thing that they're asking for will happen. You have to know how to follow proper procedure, and that's why people appoint attorneys. And so that means that Brandon Coleman would have needed to have made sure that the motion was actually set on the court's docket to be heard by the judge in a court hearing on a particular date and time. And then all parties of record in the case would have to be provided proper notice of that particular hearing date and time so that they can have time to respond to the motion or oppose the motion. And so none of that happened. And I guess the attorney was not going to help him to accomplish this since he was being fired. And so let's get a little flavor of this jailhouse letter written by Cora Jakes' husband. And so he states, defendant's attorney of record is John Failer, who has performed in one or more of the following, which has caused irreconcilable differences, conflicts, and or rendered ineffective assistance of counsel. Namely, number one, failure of counsel to file motions as requested by client. Number two, failure of counsel to have pro se motions heard. And boo, you ain't pro se until the people withdraw from your case. So until the attorney withdraws, you're not pro se, but I see what you're saying. And these pro se motions are the motions which we know of, one of which is the motion to dismiss the attorney. And reason number 3 listed here as item 6, the total breakdown of communications between attorney and client. Okay, so now I'm feeling this all in my spirit, y'all, and I just don't see how that attorney can't feel this thing as strong as I did when I read it the first damn time. But I'll tell you one thing, He feels it now because on the day before the date set for the first announcement hearing, and so if you remember, the first announcement hearing was set for August 26th. And so the day before that, the attorney hooks up with the DA and he notes his receipt of the plea bargain offer. And he also indicates here that he will be filing a motion to withdraw as attorney for Cora Jake's husband. And so now, as you can see here, the case has been reset for a second announcement, which is set to take place on October the 4th, 2022. And so this little hot potato here confirms what I felt going on when I read the first motion to dismiss the attorney. And so I'll say again, this document screams out that I am not just gonna sit down and shut the hell up in this jail cell. That's what I feel when I read this thing. And it clearly says to me that the attorney is trying to get Cora Jake's husband to enter into a plea agreement. And this guy is saying, it is not so. He ain't doing it, okay? And so, as you know on here, I just ask and report, and I'll let you decide. So, what do you think about this case? Do you think there's any possibility that this man did not sexually assault the child and the child is lying? Or do you think he knows he did it, but he thinks that he's smart enough that he can convince people that he did not do this, or that he can be more believable than the child? Please let me know by leaving your comments in the comment section below. And I hope you'll also give me a big thumbs up. And I hope you'll also consider donating to this video by clicking the super heart button below. And while you're there, I want to also ask that you please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell so you will be notified whenever I come back with more hot tea drama on this case.